Well, good afternoon, Dutch. I'm Martine. I'm Missy's friend here in Ohio, and we're gonna get set to do a Couples reading. Can't see me, but I hope you can hear me, and you'll be able to hear Missy and that. So don't worry, nothing bad is gonna come up. I don't feel that, but if I do, I'm very honest about it. Kind of like the blonde woman thing. Um, really have to keep a watch out for that. I don't know where she's coming from, but she is around. Um, I don't know if there's anybody else online that you may be talking to. Um, I mean, as a friend, and they might be getting it miscrossed. You know how that can happen online sometimes. Let's see, shut my door, please. Um, so this is it's a couples reading. It's a different way of doing it. Um, of course, it's hard when the other person isn't here, so we use technology as the base for communication and that. So you are part of this reading. So the relationship spread is a 13 card spread, and what I'm gonna have Missy do, yeah, I'm gonna have her read the what she's gonna do is she's gonna read me the positions of the cards as I pull them. Um, and then what the cards basically do is they tell me a story, and I channel from what they tell me, or I'm a natural channeler anyway. So whatever comes in is gonna come in. So there's nothing to be worried about or afraid of, or just don't even think about it. Okay? So just if I see something, like I said, I'm gonna be honest about it, and because that's how I've always read for people. I stopped doing readings because I felt that my ability was not put in my life to make money. And so I left the place of business that I worked for, and I felt that I was being exploited. And I have not taken any money for a reading ever since, and I refuse to. And I think if somebody comes to me and they need readings and they specifically ask this is what they need, well then this is the help that I'm supposed to give them. And that's what it's about. It's not about profiting or anything like that. I'm not like that. So you don't have to worry Missy not being charged $100 an hour or anything like that, So this is all a gift from God is how I look at it, my ability. So go ahead and pick the 13 cards. Don't worry if they're reversed or not. We'll take care of it. But yes, I saw that you had a very difficult childhood, a very difficult upbringing. Kind of did not feel that your father was around when you were growing up. I think maybe there might have been some alcohol struggle in the relationship between your mother and your father. And I do think that because these two came out, we're going to put them to the side. Whenever cards fall out of a deck, the rule is you take them out and you put them to the side because they're wanting to be read. So that's what we do. But anyway, got two more that came out. I did feel there was an alcohol issue with your father. Your father was not ready to be committed as a father, unfortunately, and you lost out on that. And I know you still kind of struggle with that today, and that's why you're such a good father to your children, despite the fact that your marriage didn't work out for whatever reasons. You have to be very careful in a situation like this with children, as you know, because once you move back into the home, a child think that it can get the communication barriers crossed and think that it's permanent. And so you have to make sure that the child knows, this is not a permanent situation. It's just until things get to where they're supposed to be. Now, if she's using this to try to get you back, then that's a whole other story, and that's what you have to talk to her about. You have to make sure that she is not trying to get you back. So that's about as blunt as I'm gonna be with this right now, okay? And because you've had a lot of struggle in your life, and you've got struggles now, and you've got to keep it together. Especially for your kids and that, and those two illnesses are tough, are a tough situation for kids to be in. We have a lot of it here in the States, and I hope you're able to get the help that you're able to have for those children, because they sound like they're pretty special, and so I think, just keep going the way that you're going. But if you feel at any time that she may be using these children to get you back, well, then you're going to have to put your foot down, and say, I don't know how long you've been divorced, but you're gonna have to do that. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, that way, do this way, 12, 13, and this one fell out, so we'll keep that over that pile. Okay, I wish you could see directly what the spread looks like. I don't know, maybe the next time I can take a picture of it and we can send it to you so you can kind of understand. This is the relationship spread, and it's a 13 card spread. And they're here already. Are they? No. Sorry, we got food coming in. Is it them? Sorry, Dutch. We ordered some food and we weren't too sure if they were here yet. Is it? What are they doing? This is a pretty heavy duty reading. It is? Okay, Dutch. I'll start some of this. Missy said she'll be back. Sure to be back. So your first card, which is here on the side, is your cards 1 through 3. 3 cards which read together represent the person's role in the present relationship. And the first 3 cards you have are the King of Arrows, the 5 of Coins, and Wisdom. And to me, that's kind of Missy's role in the relationship. Missy is a very intelligent woman. She's a philosopher. I think the mentality between the two of you is very good, and I think it's really important. because that's very important to Missy and who she is. To have that level of mentality, to have somebody that she can converse with and talk about things of the world, because that's kind of the position that she's in now. There's no conversing going on. So this beginning part of the reading represents her. Um, Card 4, the overall outcome to the question, is what the fourth card represents, and you have the card of sacrifice. Now, we all know love is sacrifice anyway, but for the two of you, it's going to take some sacrificing. Okay? Um, I I do see you happening in 2 years. I know you said that was, wow, that's a long time, that's too long, but when you got to think about what you have to do to get over here and that, and to see if you two are even going to be, there's sacrifice in anything good. Sacrifice has to happen on both parts. This wasn't something that was intentionally supposed to happen, but it just happened. And if you really want this, you're gonna have to sacrifice for it. If this is what the two of you really want. Missy, the next three cards right here, the 5, 6, 7.
They're read together.
Okay.
It symbolizes his or her current situation, for better or for worse.
Okay. You have the love card, 7 of arrows, Ace of coins. Well, the love is definitely represented in the relationship. On both sides, it's pretty equal. 7 of arrows, you both have had difficult relationships. You've come from difficult relationships, and you really don't want to go back to that. Ace of coins, yes, is about money. I realize it's going to take some money for you to get here. Missy just can't hop on a plane and come to Holland. It's not that easy. So, when you start getting your business set in Texas, that'll be when things can really start rolling, and be able to come and see her and meet her in person and see if this is really what you want to explore and take a chance on. So, again, with the 7 of arrows, you keep building the relationship, keep building the mentality of it. That's where you both get your strength, is the mental. You even each other out, very, very well, and you have the maturity levels, and that's very important. And when you don't have that in a relationship, the relationship can falter, and that's kind of what's happened to Missy and Guy's marriage. I mean, I knew from the beginning, I wasn't with Missy when she got married. I probably would have tried to stop her if I had been. But Guy is not on the same level as she is. And she is suffocating. Big time. She is suffocating. And I knew that you were going to come into her life pretty quick. I was just not expecting 2 days after I told her. I really wasn't expecting. That's a pretty quick prediction. I was pretty surprised about that. But happy, because this is the happiest I've seen her in quite a while, and that makes me really happy, because that's all I wanted for her was her happiness, and especially lately. So the next 3 cards, what do we got?
8 through 10.
Yep.
It is the things, the future, the relationship that continue as they have been.
Okay, so we're looking at the 3 of staves, the 2 of coins, and innocence. Which is pretty much where you're at, In the beginning, everything is all innocence and wonderment and surprise, and you have all those things. Now, this talks about money again. If you really want this to happen, it will take time. That's the biggest thing, is your problem is time. That's You got to keep this going every day if you really want this relationship to work. Because if you don't and you lose the communication, then what's it going to be like when you see one another? It's not going to be there, you know? And you are working very hard. You are very stressed out. You need to look at the whole picture of this, you know? To me, that's what the Three of Staves is trying to tell me, is that you need to look at the whole picture of this. You're standing out. You're, in another country. She's in another country. These kinds of things are happening every day in our world. People are meeting like this. And I'm hoping I'm right, that you're a fairly good guy, and you're intelligent, and you've got some good values. Even though you had a hard life, you've got your own good values that you've brought into your life and into your children's life. And, again, I'm going to be as blunt as I can. You don't want to fuck this up. Because if you do, that's it. So, and for the both of you, you don't want to fuck it goes both ways. You don't want to fuck it up, and I do not see her with her husband in a year. I don't. I felt it the first time I met him. I didn't have a very good impression of him. He was very jealous of me from the beginning. And I said, you know what? But I lived with her before you did. And I have stood by her before you did. And I will continue to stand by her. No matter what she wants. All I care is that she's happy. That's all I care about. And you've done pretty well so far. So you need to keep concentrating on that, And that's really, really important. So we're going to take a look at the cards that fell out and see what we got. Don't worry about it. I'm looking at this as past and present. Yeah, a lot of money. Yeah, you guys are worried about the money. Okay. Start saving. It's easier for you than it is for her because of her situation. I mean, she could take something out, give it to me, I could hold on to it for her. I would be willing to do that. That's just the kind of friend I am. Missy's had a lot of sadness in her life the last few months. And it shows up. But we've got the Justice card. So hopefully that time of her life is done. And you've got all 3 coin cards, which is all about money. And this is going to take some money, to do this. So you guys are going to have to come together on this and decide, how are we going to make this happen? 5 of Arrows. I'm getting patience for both of you. Patience. If you rush it, it's not going to happen. Give it time. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep talking to one another. Talk your feelings out. Don't be afraid to talk your feelings out. Because once that happens, that can start shutting down. And I've seen it happen before. in relationships. So you've got the love in the beginning. Just need some patience with it. The money will come for you to be able to do this. And you just have to believe that. But there is definitely sacrifice with love. And that's maybe what the two of you have to go through. And that's okay if you're both willing to do it. And that's just that's what I see, you know. And it's a give and take kind of thing on both ends. So just keep that mentality level going. Be honest. Don't lie. You know, I'll know if you're lying.
And I'll know.
And she'll know. Because we've already caught two guys in a lie. And I'm really hoping, and I really feel that you're not that kind of guy. So, I do see very good things for both of you. I really do. If you keep working at it. And don't let it flounder, you know. Let's say you have to talk every day, but it is harder over the internet. You know, it's very difficult. And if you guys need readings or whatever, just let me know and I'll be more than happy. You know, to see what you guys have to do to have this happen. You know, but I'm saying right now it's love, patience, and let the money happen. You know, we know you're working hard and you're stressed out and you just gotta breathe and relax a little bit and it'll all come together. But it's gonna be about 2 years. You know, I mean that's what I see right now is about a 2-year stretch. So if you can wait for that, it'll be worth the wait. So I've enjoyed reading for you today, even though you weren't here. And you know, if I was wrong about anything, please feel free to let Missy know or let me know. And just keep making her happy. That's all I ask. Just keep making her happy. That's all I ask. Okay, Dutch.